Welcome to the new video. In today's video we are going to use voice AI agents using VAPI, which is a service. So we will utilize this service for our Laravel application. At the backend, for calling the APIs we will utilize Python. So we will do a mixture of Python and Laravel, while on front end we will use Vue.js. So before going to the details how the code is working, I would like to give you a demo what have been cooked successfully. So here is our dashboard from which we will do calls, automatic calls. Like here we just have call us button. So let's try it. I hope you can listen it.
Hello, this is Sarah from the HR department at ComStats University. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm glad to hear that. Just to confirm, could you please provide me with your full name, the department you work in, and optionally your employee ID?
Yeah, my name is Gul Muhammad.
Thank you, Gul Mohammed. Could you also let me know which department you're part of?
I'm from IT department.
Thank you for providing your details, Go Hamama. I appreciate it. Is there anything specific you'd like to discuss regarding HR services or your work environment? Are you facing any issues or have any concerns that you'd like to address?
Yeah, I think there should be something to learn. There should be a learning environment for the employees.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts, Go Hamama. It's important for us to know how we can improve the work environment. I'll make sure to note your suggestion. It's important for us to continuously improve and support our employees' growth. I will make sure to pass your suggestion along to the relevant team. If there are any specific areas or types of learning opportunities you have in mind, feel free to share them. Your input is invaluable to us.
Okay, thank you.
Hold on a sec. Thank you for your valuable feedback, Gul Mohammed. If you have any other concerns or suggestions in the future, please don't hesitate to reach out. Have a great day.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye, Gul Mohammed. Take care and feel free to contact us anytime.
Okay, guys, here the call is ended. Let's refresh this window. So here are the details of the last call. I think this is the details of the call which we just initiated, but I'm in doubt that still something is wrong. Let's see the HR interactions area. Here you can see we have got employee name. Here is the department. Employee ID I have not provided. Issue raised while the call was there suggested creating a learning environment for employees. These are the recorded feedback. I have given the name of HR interactions to this menu. Okay, here we are getting the details of the calls. Okay, and this is our calling area. So this is our end product. We have utilized Laravel, Vue.js, and on the backend we are using Python for it. So let's move to the detail section, what and how the things are being cooked together. So first of all, I have used VAPI for it, and secondly I have used fast API in Python. Okay, and here are the call logs which we can see in VAPI. We have to register on VAPI dashboard, and we can get a free call number from there as well. So after registering my email and then logging there, I have got a free VAPI phone number, and here are the call logs details. You can see it from this menu. Let's refresh it and we will see our last call here, assistant end call. Yeah, this is our last call, May 21, 2 minutes 36 seconds, and this is the cost of the call. We can see our call logs, API logs, webhook logs, all these things from this area. But before that, let's move to our assistant. In VAPI we can create our assistants by going to this area, and here we will create an assistant which will get the calls or make the calls. Okay, So basically I have created this assistant and given the name of comsets to it. Here is the name, and here is the first message: hi, I'm calling from Comsets University, you can see. And then here is the system prompt. I have providers models which will be used for our this prompt. Here we can set the transcribers for our calls. I have used deep gram language. We have multiple language here, you can see in the drop down. After that we have different options which we can set together. One important thing is the tool section area. You can see I have provided a record employee feedback tool, which is the best part of the best thing in VAPI. What tools do, let's see. Here is the tools area, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, the tools. We define a tool, we give a name to the tool. This is record employee feedback. When the assistant will make a call, so you can see here we have tool name. We have given a little bit explanation, get the details from the user like his name, department, and issues in his organization. Here we have provided our required parameters in JSON format. You can see type is object, properties, employee ID, description, and then issues raised. You can see required follow-up, description, this. These are the required fields. Okay. After that, so this is our tool, and we have called that tool in our assistant. Where is our assistant? In our assistants, let's go again to our assistant. You can see that we have called that assistant in our this area. Okay, that is done. There are different options we can configure, but I have not gone in too much details about these options. One more important thing, in our assistant there is a messaging section. Here is that messaging section. In that we give a server URL, which is here, and our API endpoint, which will be hit on the successful call, when the call is successfully initiated or successfully ended, and the provided tool is successfully achieved. So this is very important. Here we will have a secret token for it, and here is our timeout. So this is an important point. With these on initiating a successful call, end of call, and getting the user details from the call, these server URLs will be hit, which can be our production URL, etc. So currently, as I have developed this project locally, I have used ngrok to get the API hits. So I have given here the ngrok free.app URL. So that's all for VAPI assistants, nothing else remaining. There are different options which we can utilize on VAPI, like we have start speaking plan, voicemail detection, etc. But I have not dive deep in all these. Okay. So here was our assistant. Here we can set the voice providers. We have different voice options here. We can select different ones from here. Okay. So now let's move to the coding area, how we have done all these things. Here is the ngrok endpoint which I am using. Okay. Here is my Python code. Python service is running here. These are all the VAPI API endpoints which are being hit during the call. I have done all these just for the demo purpose. You can see, let me show you. You can see that DB log success for call, this VAPI events are hit successfully. Here I am running the ngrok. This is, let me show you. Yeah, this is the forwarding URL, okay, which I have given on VAPI endpoint. So my local project can hit or get the API hits from VAPI. So let's see our let's dive deep into our Python code. Here is our Python code. Here is our env file. You can see VAPI API key. I have given different assistant keys here. Don't look at it, you have seen nothing. Okay, just ignore these details. And then here we have these code for VAPI. From here we have imported different OS logging request, which is the way of Python coding. Import JSON, which is being used downside. Okay, here we have loaded the env file. Here we are doing different kind of logging things. Here we are initializing our fast API for Python. Here we are getting the different environment keys, environment variables. You can see the comment here: API webhook secret, Laravel process tool data URL. Here we are passing the Laravel endpoint. Internal API secrets are here. So these are environment variables which are we are getting here. And then here initial checks are being performed, you can see in the code. And here is the security check, etc, etc. Ignore these part. These are the functions in Python for checking different webhook secrets or Laravel API keys, etc. Here we are setting a request model: Laravel user ID, Laravel call log ID, and call request, it will have VAPI call ID. Sending status update for SSE broadcast. This is the function, or this is the function which will be called when there is a successful call or successful evaluation or tool that is being done on our side. Okay, similarly here is send db log update when the call is being active or being ended. Here you can see VAPI call ID, start time, end time, etc. The important thing which I want to show is process function call. Here is process function call. This this function will be called when we successfully get the required details like name, department, employee ID from the user. Okay, and here is this is process status update, ignore this one. And here is the end of call report. We can get different call reports from VAPI using these endpoints. These will be called that definition. Here is the start call. When our start call button is clicked on Laravel side, this API or this URL will be hit. Here we are checking different details, VAPI assistant ID, etc, etc. In our try catch block, we are using this assistant overrides payload, and we are passing different arguments to it like Laravel user ID, call ID, and then logging it. And then we are using VAPI start function and passing the assistant ID and assistant overrides containing these different arguments. Okay, and if the call is successful, we are sending this status initial status message to the Laravel side. And if exception occurs, we are logging these details here. And similarly here is the end call URL on Python side, and here we are just stopping the active call and then logging some extra details. Here is the VAPI events URL which I have shown in last minutes, where this VAPI events URL will be hit on call in a successful call initialization and tool successful evaluation. So this is all the Python code. I can't go much in details for this. You can see different kind of if else statements in Python. So this is our Python code. Okay, now let's see our Laravel code area. Here is our env file. Here Python service URL is being given like this, Python client secret is this, Python webhook secret is this. I have used reverb is running here. You can see here I have run npm run dev command, all general things for Laravel. Let me show you the web call button component. Here you can see that we are using, where is our button, here. Yeah, here is our button. We are initializing the call from this button. Okay, on the initial it will see if call is idle, then it will say initiating, connecting, active on different endpoints. Okay, when the call initiate call button is clicked, the call state dot value will be set to initiating, and this post call will be made to calls dot store endpoint. On success, these things will be performed. On error, these things will be performed. For terminating call, this function will be called. Okay, let's see this calls dot store endpoint. Let's go to the web, sorry, yes, web.php, and here is call controller store. Here on the dashboard where calls were being shown, I just use this relationship. I'm getting the logged in user and then getting his 15 records. When the call is initiated, I'm getting the authenticated user, then creating his call log, and then getting the Python service URL, Python service secret URL, which is in services folder. Okay, you can see the comments here for Laravel Python, and here different if else checks are being performed. Here is the main code for initiating the call. You can see HTTP with headers, and here our post call is being going to Python service URL to start the call. This API endpoint is being called from Laravel side. So here is all the code. I can't go in details for each and every point as the video will get too much long. So here is the terminating call function from Laravel side. So in our terminating call, we are ending the call here by this post, and here is the URL or endpoint of the Python which will be hit, and we are passing the VAPI call ID here. If response is successful, etc., we are logging different details. Okay, here is our index.view for showing the HR interactions on successful calls. Okay, so I have shown you the front end where different interactions for HR being showed, like in the last call. In the start of the video, I have shown here are different details of the calls, call ID, employee name, which these records, we got these records while calling the users. So if anybody needs all these codes, I mean GitHub repo for all this code, I can provide it. But if I get a good feedback, like I need your support for all this work, I have, this is the ZED editor, my favorite editor for coding nowadays. These are the API endpoints, call status updates, log call details from from Python side. These things are hit. Okay, what else? Here is our Laravel log showing different details. Here is our broadcasting details related to reverb. Nothing else, just normal Laravel coding here. And here is our app sidebar.view showing different menus for the front end. You can see call records, HR interactions, etc. Thank you. So here I am going to end the video. I hope you may like this video. If you need the coding, do comment, support the video. I will share the code. Thank you so much.